welcome back to a free live tutorial. Today we're going to focus on Kitty Cat right here. I am really excited. It reminds me of Nibbles, one of our cats we used to have. He is so adorable. He always went crazy running around, and that's kind of how I assembled my kitty cat. So he was kind of like, ice skating and then stopped right there. His, front paws were kind of outward. His back paws were kind of underneath his body. That's why you don't see back paws over here or back legs. But you can, of course, crochet them too if you wanted to. I am really excited. So we're going to go through some of the things together. Obviously, not the actual tissue box itself, because you guys had that in a mystery crochet along. So that one is free available on my website with video tutorials. So you can go through that if you didn't do that yet. Anyways, we're going to focus on the front paws and the tail, which are very similar. So that's going to be like one part of it. Then the ears as well as the nose. So I have the pattern here next to me because obviously I don't have it memorized, but the written instruction is currently only available in the ebook. So make sure you grab that so you have everything ready to go in front of you. You can get it at any time. However, our coupon code expires on the 27th of August, which is this Wednesday. So make sure you grab the ebook before the coupon code expires, because that is an additional $15 off. So we're going to talk more about the ebook after we're done with the kitty cat. And at the very end, we're going to give prizes away. So make sure you guys are sharing with your crochet besties to join us, because if we get more than 100 viewers while we're live, we're going to do 3 prizes instead of 2. So it's up to you. Go ahead and share. And that way everyone can join us, and we're going to have a lot more presents to give away. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Did you guys get the ebook yet? Let me know so I can celebrate you if you did. If I have not celebrated you yet, make sure you tell me when you see the big face, okay? The big face. My face a little bit bigger, because once I go into the tutorial mode, I'm teeny tiny and I don't have the confetti coming up. So, are you guys ready to talk about kitty cat? I am so excited. My kitty cat is right here next to me. Hopefully she's not going to jump up this time, but she seems fine for now. So I'm hoping she's just going to sleep over there and we're good to go. Hello everyone. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Okay, so let's get started on the kitty cat. So I have here the kitty cat in front of me. Obviously I used worsted yarn for the original pattern, but orange is very close to red, so I'm not going to use that in order to show you how to do this. I'm going to use the yarn that I used yesterday because it was very easy to see. It is bulky yarn, and I'm using a 6mm hook, even though the original pattern is a smaller hook, I believe 4.5. Yes, 4.5. So we're going to focus first on the ears. Then we're going to talk about the tail and the, front legs, paws, however you want to call them. And then I'm going to show you the nose at the end. Now, I'm not going to show you how to sew things on because that should be straightforward. It's just a matter of sewing it on. You can even glue things on, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to put kitty cat to the side, and we're going to get started on the ear. Trust me, the pattern is actually very easy. Once you have the tissue box done, the rest of the things are done very quickly, okay? Like very fast. No worries about that, okay? So we're going to get started with a magic ring. This is how I do the magic ring. I wrap it around my 2 fingers. I make an X. I put my hook through behind my pointy finger, and then I'm going to pull my yarn through, hold tight, adjust my yarn, and put it the way I always hold it, and then put my ring finger into the ring. Then I make a chain of 1, and that holds my magic ring in place. So even if I let go right now, it's not going anywhere, right? That does not count as a stitch. It's just there to hold the magic ring. If you don't want to do the chain of 1, you don't have to. I just do it so that it doesn't, fall apart. That's the only reason. So in case I let go and I want to show you, it doesn't fall apart. That's the only reason. Hello. If you guys see anything, buffering or something, that's usually a sign that your internet is a little slow. Make sure you don't have too many tabs open. I've done that before. Close some of your tabs out, or some of the apps, depending on which device you're on. If you have have too many things going at the same time, it may slow things down. Just that you know. Okay, so I'm going to add 6 single crochets to the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I'm going to close my ring like so. I'm going to put my hair away. There's some hair in between. I think it's kitty cat hair because she was sitting here yesterday. Anyways, and now I'm going to put my yarn end over. Think of it like a stitch marker, okay, because might as well use it. It's already there, right? You could use a different one if you like. And then we're going to go into the next round. This is continuous round, so there's no slip stitch or anything. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that. So 1 and then 2. Why is there hair? There's like kitty cat hair everywhere. I don't know where that comes from. Anyways, what did I say? 2? I think we're at 2 now, right? 1, yes, 2. Okay, and then we have 2 more here. So 1 and 2. Okay, so now that we added 3 additional stitches to the ring, right? Because we did 3 decreases. You can do the math. Can you do the math? Yes, it's 6 plus 3 is 9. Ta-da! A lot of you guys always ask me, how do I know the stitch count? Just add it up. You've got this, okay? A little bit of math. I'm sure you guys learned that one, right? It's super fun. I'm a math brain, so I don't mind doing the math. I really like it. It kind of calms me down sometimes. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm going to show you a couple more rounds, and then you're going to start seeing a specific repeat happening, and you're like, oh, this is easy peasy. All right, let me show you. So in the next round, we're going to do 1 single crochet in 2 stitches. You're already starting to see it, right? The first round was 1 stitch. Now we have 2 stitches. And then we're going to do an increase. And if you look closely, you're going to see that the increase is made on top of the increase. Do you see that increase over here? Meaning it's kind of on top of, well, it's kind of the second stitch, I guess you want to call it. Well, first or second, depending on how you count it, right? Technically, it looks like the first, but if it's the loop, it could be the second, right? It really depends on how you count it. But it is literally on top. Do you see that? This is where the increase was. There is a stitch and there's a stitch, right? And right on top, we're going to put the increase, excuse me. Now again, we're going to repeat 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, and then an increase, which means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We do this one more time because there's 3 repeats per round. So 1 single crochet in 2 stitches, and then an increase. Okay, so here we go. So now we're going to go into the next round. So I'm going to pull up my stitch marker. I'm going to show you one more round of this together. And at this point, it should be very straightforward. So in the very first round, we did 1 single crochet and then 2, or actually, this was the first round with the magic ring. So it's the second round. So second round, we did 1 single crochet, then an increase. And last round, we did 1 single crochet in 2 stitches, then an increase. Now we're doing 1 single crochet in 3 stitches. Do you see that? That one number increases by 1 each round. Okay, so it's very, very easy. So now that you have that pattern, you're going to keep going on that, and you're going to do this until, let me repeat here, or see here, what you're going to do this until you have 10. Okay, so let me remind you again. We started with a magic ring with 6 single crochet stitches. Then we did 1 single crochet, then an increase. The next round, and that's 3 times each, right? Then the next round, we did 1 single crochet in 2 stitches, then an increase. 3 times in total. Then again, in the last round that we just started here is 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, then an increase. You're going to repeat this until you have 1 single crochet in 10 stitches and an increase. That's how far you're going to do it, okay? Let's see. Barbara says, I can't watch. Text is not good on the video. I don't know what you mean by text. Which text? Hello. I'm glad you guys are doing good. Okay, let's see. Angel says, my stuff didn't have cat or dog hair on it. It would be a surprise. I totally get that. So many times I'm looking at, where does this hair come from? I get it. Okay, so you're going to keep going on this until you have one single crochet in 10 stitches and then an increase, right? So that would be one ear. You obviously make a second ear, okay? So that's how far you're going to go. Then you're done with the ears. So I'm going to rip this out again because I'm going to show you now how to do the legs. And let me see, the legs, yes, has 8 single crochet stitches in the beginning. Okay, so let's do the leg. Actually, I'm gonna do the tail because the leg is just 2 stitches less. So I'm gonna talk you through both of them, so no worries. Okay, so here we go. If you're doing the legs, you're gonna do a magic ring. You're gonna make a chain of 1 just to hold the magic ring in place. That's it. Okay, it does not count as a stitch. Then you're going to add 8 single crochet stitches to the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoopsie, hang on, 7, and 8. Jenny, you just got the ebooks. Woohoo! I'm so happy for you. Okay, so if you're doing the leg, you're going to stop at this point right here, okay? So that is 8 single crochet stitches. Then you're going to go 1 stitch per stitch each round until you get to round 11. So it is 1 stitch per round until you get to round 11. That's it. You're going to do 2 legs of that. Let me see if my hole is a little bit open. So if you're doing the tail, you're going to obviously start over, right? You're going to do, instead of 8 single crochet stitches, you're doing 10 single crochet stitches. So you can see here, I'm adding 2 more, then close the ring. Carol also bought 2 ebooks. Woohoo! I'm so happy for y'all. I can't wait to see all your guys' tissue box covers laying around. Please share them with me when you guys do, meaning the pictures, not the physical things. You don't have to ship them to me. No, don't ship them to me. I just want to see the pictures. Please post them into the Facebook group called Crocheting with Nikki when you did do them, okay? When you make them. I would love to see them. Okay, so once you have your 10 single crochet stitches for the tail, you're going to, again, same way as you do for the legs, you're going to do 1 single crochet per stitch. And you literally do this all the way around, and you're going to do this until round, oh, I didn't write down the round because I focused on the inches. So I wrote down, you're going to repeat round 2, which is 1 single crochet per stitch, until you have 6.5 inches. Now, you can make it less, you can make it more. It is up to you. But the idea is that you're making a long, giant hoop, pretty much. And then you're going to put either wire, pipe cleaner, or polyfill inside. It's up to you. I put a pipe cleaner inside, and I attached a pipe cleaner to the back of my body, the kitty cat body, the tissue box itself, so that way I can bend the tail, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, so now let me show you how to do the nose. Okay, the very last thing. It is very easy, as you see, okay? It is just a few items. They won't take you long to crochet. Once you have your tissue box done, the rest of it is easy peasy, okay? So let's do the nose for a second. Obviously, the nose is done in black. That's the only one done in black. And obviously, the whiskers you need to sew on, right? So for the nose, you're going to make a magic ring, okay? And you're going to, again, make your chain of 1 just to hold the magic ring in place. It does not count as a stitch or anything. And then you're going to add 1 single crochet to the ring. I know, just 1? Yes, just 1. Then you're going to pull, because that is our little tip on the bottom. I do recommend making this guy a little longer, so that way you can use it to make the rest of the mouth, right? But you can also use the other one. It doesn't matter. You're going to turn your work after you made your 1 single crochet stitch into the magic ring, and then you're going to add 3 single crochet stitches to that 1 single crochet stitch. So here's 1, 2, and 1 more. 3 single crochet stitches like so. I don't do turning chains, just that you know. I skip them because it's just extra bulk, and I'm trying to have a perfect triangle. I don't want extra bulk. It's not going to look like a triangle, so I don't do chains of ones. Anytime I do a single crochet, I don't do chain of one, so just that you know. Michelle, did I add the graph? I sure did, girl. I did it right after the live, just like I said I would. But I will be updating the ebook again by Wednesday because there's a few links missing, which you haven't done yet, right? There's 2 more live video tutorials coming on Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 each. So on Wednesday, I'm going to re-upload the ebook for those who have purchased. I put a note there saying it's going to be updated on the 27th when I have all the links, okay? So be aware of that. If you want the full one, I recommend downloading it on the 27th or re-downloading it on the 27th. Okay, so once you have your 3 single crochet stitches in your first single crochet stitch, you're going to turn your work for the nose, and then you're going to do 2 single crochet stitches in the first stitch. In the center one, you're just going to do 1, and then again on the very last one right here, you're going to do 2 again. So I made mine a little tight, so I'm going to have to do some wiggle business here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And there we go. And I'm going to add 2 single crochet stitches to that one. Then you're going to cut it. Now it looks like a cute little triangle, and that is what you're going to sew on and do the rest. So let me show you how the kitty cat looks like up close. So this might be a little dark, so I'm going to make it a hint brighter so you can actually see it, even though my hands will kind of disappear. But at least you can see the mouth, okay? So this is the triangle I just did. You literally just sew it on, and then you're going to make your line down. It is 1 line down, and then it's 1 line over, 1 line over, and you're done with the mouth. Then you're gonna, you know, weave your yarn over here and make your little whiskers on that side, and you go on the other side and make also whiskers. Ta-da! And you're done. Then you're going to add your eyes. I added 24mm eyes. So the eyes that I linked to have other colors for the back. All I did is flip it around so you see the white. So I don't know if you can see it. No, it's too tight. You can't see it. But the back of it is actually the glitter part of it. So I kind of just flipped it so that way I see the white part of it. Is that making sense? Okay, it just flipped one of the colors of the backing around. So if you, once you get these eyes, if you want to get the same eyes, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Just flip it upside down. Anyways, you can also crochet your eyes if you wanted to, but I wanted to make it really cute, so I used those, okay? Then you add your, legs to the front the way I just told you. It has 8 single crochet stitches per round. And then you add your ears right here, okay? I am going to be honest with you, I glued it on, which with the lighting right now, you can actually see a tiny bit of it. Usually you don't, because it allowed me to have a little bit more flexibility on how I added the ears, and I wanted them to be nice and pointy, okay? And then for the tail, there's a wire here in the back, okay? I'm kind of, I don't actually know, did I use a pipe cleaner or did I use a regular wire? Let me see. I'm gonna put my finger in. I used regular wire for this one, actually. I used regular wire, and then I kind of bend it over here to attach it, right? And then now I can kind of bend it back and forth, as you can see, right? So once you have the wire inside, it allows you to bend it. Just make sure the wire doesn't poke out, make anything rounded that could potentially poke out. But yeah, so now you can bend it however you like once you have the wire inside. If you don't add the wire, you can just totally add just polyfill if you like. Be aware that polyfill is still heavy. It can kind of just flop down. So somehow you need to kind of bend it up, okay? Or have it stand up, unless you want your tail to be, bent down, like flop down. You might be able to add like some kind of stick inside or something. Something needs to be in there in order to make it stand up. Polyfill is not going to per se make it stand up because there's nothing down here holding it. It's just going to flop, okay? Anyways, and then I sewed it on, and it was good to go. So the back I didn't glue on. I sewed it on because of the wire. I wanted to make sure it was nice attached, okay? I need to take a sip of coffee for a second. Okay, sorry, there was something in my throat. Okay, so are there any questions about the kitty cat? It is very easy to do. So I pretty much guided you through the entire pattern just now in the last 20 minutes. So are there any questions about the kitty cat? It is so easy. Like once you have the body, the rest of it is very straightforward. Really, you don't have any problems with that. Let's see, Kelly has a question. She says, glue polyfill around the pipe cleaner. That's not a bad idea. You might be able to do that. It might work. What I actually recommend doing in that case, instead of using glue at the same time, here's what I would do is I would, while you're crocheting, you're going to add your polyfill and your pipe cleaner in it. So meaning you put your pipe cleaner in it, maybe even attach it to one of your yarn loops, right? Like one of your stitches from the inside, kind of attach it to it already, and then crochet around it. And as you crochet around it, you can add polyfill as you go. Now mine has no polyfill inside. It is literally just a wire and that's it, because I don't mind to have it like that, okay? But if you want to add pipe cleaner and stuffing, I would recommend adding it as you go. So put the pipe cleaner in first, then add stuffing as you crochet around it. Does that make sense? I personally think that might be a better idea than gluing anything onto it. Now, Patricia says, could you use a long curler? You could, but that one is extremely heavy. That definitely will flop over. I have one of those at home. They will flop. You're going to have to put something in there to hold it up. So if you don't mind that the curler hangs out on the bottom, like it goes down, then yes, it will stand up after. If your pipe cleaner goes below this line, it will probably stand up on its own, okay? So if you don't go this direction, go down, and that way, and then kind of attach it here on the bottom somewhere, and that way it stands up too. It just needs some kind of stability, okay? So in any way you're going to do it, make sure it stands up in some kind of way. So yes, if you are doing it, make sure it's longer, okay? And it kind of goes down, because that way the tissue box and the cover itself hold up whatever you're putting inside, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Beverly says, can you make it with fuzzy tail? Yeah, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to make it fuzzy yarn, then go make it with fuzzy yarn. I would love to see that, actually. Let's see. I'm just checking real quick. Okay, there's a couple of questions, so I'm gonna flop over, floppy flop, ta-da, back here, so that way I can celebrate you, because I did see a few of you guys purchase the ebook. So let me go back, because I want to celebrate some of you, even though I kind of already mentioned you, but I'm gonna go back. Let's see if I can find it. All right, we got Jenny, woohoo! Then it was Carol, woohoo! And let's see, I'm gonna go back down. It was someone else who did it. Who was the other person? I think it was Diana. So where's Diana? I'm looking for Diana. Diana, where are you? I can't find you. Oh, there you are. I found you. Woohoo! I found you. And let's go to the questions. There was a couple of questions I got. Nana says, so buy ebooks now or do the update after the 20th? Okay, you can buy the ebook at any time. Let's be clear on that, at any time. However, I will be doing an update on the ebook on the 27th early in the morning. Once I have the link, I might even do it on the 26th in the evening, because that's when I have the link already. And then I'm going to just put the links inside the ebook, because that way you have the full thing all at once, right? With the links. I currently don't have the links available for Tuesday and Wednesday yet, right? Because I haven't scheduled those lives yet. I'm trying to surprise you, so I don't have the links yet. But anyway, so once I have all the links, that's when I go in and then update the ebook. Does that mean you can purchase it now already? Yes, you can. I just would recommend you re-download it after that date. Does that make sense? The written instructions correct, and it's all there already. It's a matter of the links. So if you can wait for that, then fine. Otherwise, re-download it. Let's see. Patricia got it yesterday. Woohoo! Kelly says, yes, just re-download it. I agree. Just re-download. That's all you got to do. Let's see. Was there another one that I missed somewhere? I think I got everything, right? Terry says, after you crochet the tail, then put the pipe cleaner into the tail. Yes, you can do it after or as you go. right? It's up to you. I personally think it's fine after, unless you add stuffing inside. Then you have to do it as you go, because otherwise you can't push the pipe cleaner through. Because what you're going to do then is you're going to stuff the stuffing more towards the back, and that's not going to look good. So if you are adding stuffing with the pipe cleaner, then do it as you go. If you don't add any stuffing, you can do the pipe cleaner after. I would just make sure that you put the pipe cleaner long enough. Let me show you again, that it hangs down. Sorry, this is the way I'm holding it. It goes down. So it goes all the way down straight, right? So that way, and then somehow attach it here on the bottom, okay? I use regular wire, so you can't really see it, but you can use a pipe cleaner, it's totally fine. Just make sure you attach it somehow here on the bottom, so that way the pressure of the box on the inside with the cover will hold this up, and that way you can still bend it and it's not going to flop. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Patricia says, yeah, I don't want to flop. I totally agree. Barbara got it yesterday. Woohoo! I'm so excited. And Lisa says she will be getting it tonight. All right, Lisa, that means you need to come back tomorrow so I can celebrate you. Am I right? I'm so excited. Blair, you're crocheting the snuggler. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Can't wait to see it. Let's see. Nana says, thanks for answering. You're welcome. Share, share, share. Yes, thank you for sharing. I appreciate y'all so much. We're at 79 people right now. Do you think we can get to 100? If we can get to 100, oopsie daisy. If we get to 100, then we're going to do 3 prizes. So I'm really excited. Cheryl, did I celebrate you yet? Cheryl, she said she got it on Sunday. Yay! She's like, I got it right away. I announced it on Saturday and she got it on Sunday right away. I'm going to pop the link real quick into the comments, so that way you guys have it in case you need it. But it is linked on or pinned on YouTube. And both Facebook and YouTube also has it in the description. So that way you can get that also, okay? So either way, this is the link. You can also scan it if you prefer. I don't care however you do it, okay? And that way it's ready to go. So let's see. Nana says... I'm just saying Nana. There's 2 Nanas in here, I think. Nana says, can we stitch the wire pipe cleaner for stability as well? Yes, you do however it works best for you. I'm not going to stop you. I know I always get these questions. Am I allowed to do it? Of course. It is your creation in the end. You're using my pattern as a foundation. The only thing you're not allowed to do is manipulate mine or modify mine and then sell it as yours. That's the only thing you're not allowed to do. Otherwise, you can change my pattern however works best for you and for your own physical make, for your own creativity. Yes, you just can't sell my pattern, but you can sell the physical makes in the end. So yes, you can do that part. So if you need to change it up to make it work for you, then please do so. I want you to be happy with your creation. That is the most important part, right? We want to have a success story. So when you're making something, you want to feel good about it as you're going through it and when you finish it, right? Whether it's for yourself or for someone else, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Let's see. Robin says, I have been seeing your ads for ebook when I'm playing games. Are you guys all playing games? This is the second comment I've gotten. Yes, I'm paying for Facebook ads so that way I get more reach and you guys can actually see that I have an ebook on sale. So yes, I'm paying for ads. So if you're playing games that are related or that are connected to Facebook in some kind of way, meaning the games are within Facebook, then yes, you may be seeing my ads. And if you engage with it, you actually help me with it. So it will make actually, I would pay less for the ads if you guys engage with it and purchase through it. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Anyways, thank you for letting me know. It's the second time I've gotten a comment that I popped up in their game. Am I interrupting you? Maybe it's telling you you should crochet instead of gaming. No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just letting you guys know how this all works. All right, so let's go through all the different ebook tissue box covers. Excuse me, not ebook. Tissue box covers in the ebook. I said it vice versa. Let's go through it one by one. I have been doing this in the last few times, but I do want to go through it. Let's see. Nana says, I hope no one complains as their own. How rude of... Yes, sometimes that happens, believe it or not. Sometimes people literally just download my pattern and then sell it. That happened quite a few times. It's a lot of hard work to make sure that we fight for our patterns. If you ever see that, you let me know. There's only a few places where I sell my patterns. But anyways, for now, we're good. Most of my big patterns are in ebooks, and I have not seen anyone take it from there. So yay me! Luckily, let's not jinx it, okay? All right, let's go through some of the patterns. So this is the pattern we did for the mystery crochet along. It comes with 3 videos. So one for the top part of the cover that explains to you how to get started. And many patterns in this ebook use the same foundation pattern. I did that on purpose because I wanted it to be easy on you. I could have changed up for every single pattern and make it a little bit harder, but why do so? It's also harder than me. But I was like, no, this looks cleaner this way. We're going to do it this way, okay? So we're going to have most of the patterns use the same foundation part from the top down. So you start pretty much around the opening, right? This part of it, and then you work your way down, okay? So that's the foundation pattern. That's what I call it. So you have 2 videos that are a part of the foundation pattern. And then whatever's added on to it, if there's a video available, you get that as well. Now, some of the patterns out there, not out there, in the ebook do not use the same foundation pattern. So I will point them out as we go through it, but I really love how this turned out, and I'll show you later a picture of where I got inspired with this one, and that is my own pattern because I have the same thing right here as a square one. The only thing I want you to pay attention to the square one is that I shift the loops over a little bit. So if you look up close on the square one, I shifted them so it is more of like a rounded bow. Here, if I would have shifted it, it would have looked a little wonky, so I didn't do that. I made it really like an X kind of thing, but you know, there's a lot of options. So this is one of the tissue box covers in there. Let me show you the next one. This one is a granny stitch one. I would love to know who's going to do the granny stitch one because there's a lot of possibilities to change this up really nicely in a lot of different colors, right? You can see that mine has red and white because I love Christmas. So I kind of, you know, said, you know what, I'm going to stick with my white and red because I kind of like it that way. But you could totally change colors literally for every single round a different color. Now, I don't know how many rounds that is. Let's see. 1, 2... I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 6. There's 11 rounds. So you could almost make a rainbow, right? You guys know, I think there's 6 colors in a rainbow. If you know, add a few in between, you know, it might work out for you. But I think this might be a good idea. I don't know. I'm just taking rainbows because that's many colors. But you can make it however you like, right? You can make an ombre version if you like a gradient. You know, I'm not stopping you. You pick this different colors. That's totally fine. Now, where are my healthcare people at? When I say healthcare people, I'm saying you don't have to be in healthcare, but you might know someone who's in healthcare, right? Whether it's a nurse, a doctor, EMT, anyone who has a first aid kit around typically on the daily basis, firefighters even, you know, even though I didn't make a fire truck, but who knows, maybe down the road I might have make a fire truck, but that might be a good one actually. But anyone who has a first kit or a kit around might appreciate one of these, okay? Now I kept it plain because my personal first aid kit is plain with a big cross on it, but you can totally add your little stickers to it. I have seen some first aid boxes that have stickers all the way around. Now your stickers might not be stickers, but they could be crochet applique. There could be names. You could add nurse something something, doctor something something on there, right? Or the hospital name, or you know, whatever level they're on in your hospital, whatever you like. There's so many varieties that you can do here to change it up and make it for you, right? Make it work for you. So then we have, of course, we have a crayon, which personally I think you can easily change up into a pencil, right? So pretty much the same pattern, just different colors, and obviously not adding crayon on it. The crayon is added at the very end with some stitches, whether it is surface crochet or the embroidery chain stitch, it will look exactly the same. It might be easier doing the embroidery way than with the crochet way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally always think the embroidery way is easier. It's easier to manipulate where you're going, because for the crochet you always have this yarn being pulled and it's from underneath, right? Versus from the embroidery you literally work on the top of it. But this is perfect for all my school people, okay? Whether it is a student, whether it's a teacher, or anyone who likes crayons, even if you are a planner person, if you are, absolutely love your crayons, you might like this as well. I don't know. There's many varieties. Sarah got it last night. Woohoo! I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad you got the ebook too. Lisa says, my daughter's a nurse's aide. Well, then I think she would appreciate the first aid kit tissue box cover for sure. All right, let's go and show you some more. Now, we also have a toaster. So I went with the traditional look of a toaster, the old version. What is this, 60s or 70s? Anyone old enough to tell me? Because I don't remember if the red part on the outside with the silver is that 60s or 70s. I don't know. When were toasters created? Anyways, my personal toast at home is just silver. But if I would have made it just silver, you would have been like, "What is this? Like silver tissue box with just like a little black line on the side?" Nobody would have been able to guess, right? So I personally think the red with the silver makes it look a little bit more traditional toaster-like. You can add a version of this to make it move. I didn't make mine move. I attached mine, like actually sewed it on. But you could attach that little handle part of it to just a string and make the string into a loop so it goes up and down. That you could do if you wanted to. Angela says 60s. Well, there you go. It's a 60s toaster. Let's see. Angela also says, I need to learn surface crochet in the embroidery way. I actually have a few videos on that. So, and I believe, if my memory is right, I actually linked that in the ebook as well. I put it in there, and I don't remember which one it was. I know I taught it for the ladybug, I'm pretty sure. You might want to go back, but when we recently did the animal bags, we went through it, and I showed you how to do the embroidery stitch of the chain stitch. It was for the ladybug, so you might want to check that out. I'm pretty sure it was part 3 of the animal market bags, and I showed you that, but I put it in the ebook. I'm pretty sure I did. And I have a link for the surface crochet in there too, if I remember it correctly. If not, I will make sure I add it. But either way, it's on my YouTube channel. You can always see that there too. Sherry said she got it on Saturday night. Now that's a good way to do date night. Your own little version of date night. I grabbed the ebook. I like that. All right, let's see. Mary says we had one like that in the 60s. See? Perfect. If you like history, and if you're a kitchen lover, baker, cooker, whatever, a chef, maybe even, you might appreciate a toaster around, right? We always need tissues in every room of our house. I personally think they should be everywhere. Anyways, we also have this cute soft brick. We can't say the one with an L because trademark and all, but it's a soft brick, right? And it's cushiony, like literally it's cushiony. It's really cute. It is perfect for anyone who does love Legos, though. I think that would be perfect for their collection, I guess you might want to call it, because the amount of videos I've seen lately on basement Lego collections is like, whoa, like I don't know, I don't even want to know how much money they spend on all those Legos, but oh my goodness gracious. But anyways, a Lego lover would definitely love this, or any child, or let's say even adult that loves Legos. Just saying, this might be good for them as well. Let's see. Let's see. Blair says, Nikki, I may email you and send you the picture. Yes, you can email me, Blair, or if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, I don't know if you're on Facebook, Blair, you can easily just put your picture into the Facebook group called Crocheting with Nikki, and that way everyone can see your snuggler and can celebrate you. Not just me. I personally love it if you guys put pictures in the Facebook group because so many people love getting inspired by your guys' creations. So if you guys put it in a Facebook group, everyone can see it, only in the group. It's a private group, right? Anyone who's in a group can see it and can celebrate you, and then they can chitty chat back and forth with you. How did you do that? That is so cool. I really like it. I always like to get motivated with that. So if you need some motivational boost, not just from one person, but from a lot of people, don't feel scared or anything. We're all very positive in that group. So go ahead and post it into that group. It's going to be much better for you. Anyways, let's go to the next one, which is a doggy, which personally I think it's a great idea to add a little squeaker into the nose. Squeak, squeak, squeak. So anyone who loves doggies, okay, whether you have a dog at home or not, if you love doggies or you know anyone who loves doggies, then this one is for you, okay? The nose is so cute. It's like this big fat nose, right? So you can add your little squeaker inside. I mean, I didn't, but I also don't have a doggy at home that loves squeakers, right? My cat doesn't really care if I squeak around. She might look for a second and then I'm like, I don't care. All right, she's too old for that kind of stuff. She literally is. She's 16. Animal ears, I should point out. But anyways, so this is a cute little doggy. So if you want to make a doggy, this might be for you. Let's go and keep going on this. So the next one would be our kitty cat that we just did. You saw that one. Let's hop to the next one, which is a succulent or cactus. I'm going to stick with succulent, but feel free to call it a cactus. I just love this so much because whether you have a green thumb or not, this one is great for you. Right? Seriously, because if you have a great thumb, if you have a green thumb, then you're gonna put this in between your plants. It's a great collection. It blends in nicely. I think it looks great, and they're probably gonna appreciate whoever loves that. Okay, whoever loves succulents, perfect kind of in between. If you don't have a green thumb, even better, because this thing is not gonna die on you. It's gonna live a long time, and you can make it however you like. Decorate it however you like. Add more succulents to it if you like. You can see that I left some room so that way it really looks a little bit more natural, right? You always have some, dirt in between. I know succulents personally don't have, like, not every succulent has per se dirt. Sometimes they have something else, but you get what I'm saying, right? And I added one that is more of a longer one. This might take a little bit to do, but it's worth it. And then we have all the little ones. I did not stuff mine, by the way. Oh, really, Lily? Scared the cheese out of me. Holy smokes. Lily, why? Scared me. She doesn't have a bell on, so I didn't hear her. Anyway, she sits over there now. Okay, so anyway, so we have the succulent. So I absolutely love this one. Sarah says, this one, the one I want to have water. Yes, this one does not need water. We're good on this one. No water needed here. Then we, of course, have the burger, which, you could easily change up to make it into a Subway if you like. Are you coming back? Am I talking too loud for you now? Come on, kitty cat. Let's see. Ooh, I'm going to take her out. Whee! All right, that way I can keep talking and see stuff. Lily, come on, out. Okay. Anyways, we have the burger, which has some onions. It has tomatoes, or tomato slices, I should say. And it has some cheese and, of course, some lettuce on the bottom. So I want to point out that the cheese and the tomatoes are crocheted separately and then attached. The lettuce and the onions are made on top, meaning they're really like just put on it, like you are crocheting them on it. You're not sewing them on, if that makes sense. You're sewing on, you're weaving in your ends, but you're not sewing the onions on. You're not sewing the lettuce on. That is done as you crochet, which is kind of cool, right? I think that's a great way. And of course, if you want to add more to it, you can. If you want your patties to be thicker, hey, make it thicker. Maybe you want a double burger, right? A double cheeseburger, maybe make 2 layers. I mean, I told you where I changed colors, but hey, I'm not stopping you. If you want to add another patty in between, go for it. Maybe make it thicker, right? Add more meat and then add 2 layers of the cheese. If you wanted to, go for it. That would be funny. I know, Lily Kitty. Right? She was jealous that we were talking about a kitty cat. Typical. All right, let's go to the book lovers. So where are my book lovers at? Have you guys decided yet how you're going to decorate your book? I want to know. Is there a specific book you want to add your stuff onto it? I know there's a lot of books that are very popular right now in the book talk community, whether it's Onyx Storm or Iron Flame or whatever. I have not read them yet. I'm not really a fantasy guy or person, gal, whatever. I read them sometimes. I read them more when I was younger, but I'm not currently really into fantasy. I'm into romance, yes, but not fantasy. But anyways, you could totally decorate this and put like Iron Flame on it or Onyx Storm or whatever book you love. If you just want to put Bible on it, you can do that too. I think this fits perfect for any book lovers. Puts it perfect into your bookshelf, you know, especially if you have a nice bookshelf, a library, right? We always add some decorations to it. It's not just books usually, at least if you have a nice fancy one. Unless you have a lot of books, then it might be just books, right? But if you have a nice decorated one, you probably have some kind of little knickknacks in between. Well, maybe add a knicky-knack to it too, aka a book, and it would be great for it. Cheryl says, embroider the title on? Yes, I do actually think if you make this in cotton, okay, little tip on the side, if you make this in cotton yarn, then you can use your Cricut, if you have a Cricut, and put an iron-on. Okay, because cotton can take heat. So if you want to do that, then you don't have to embroider anything on. You could also add appliques to it, whatever you like. Okay, it's literally up to you. I mean, there might be even a way to paint it on, right? There's fabric glue, fabric paint you could use. I mean, literally allow your creativity to go wild. It doesn't have to be all crochet. Like, do you know why my name is Nikki's Homemade Crafts? Because I go a little bit outside to just one craft. Have you guys noticed? I'm not just doing crochet sometimes. Sometimes there's a little extra in there, right? So if you want to spice it up, then add some spice to it. Teacher gift for their name. Yes, this would also be great for teachers, especially if a teacher already has a book published. That might be good. Put their name on it, maybe the title of their book. Who knows? I mean, you know, many different things you can do. Or just, you know, if it's a biology teacher, biology, and then the teacher's name on the bottom. I mean, I think it's a great idea. A lot of creativity here, right? Let's hop to the next one. This one is a really good one. Very, very popular. It's the lamp. Very easy to do as well. Okay, so you are, in this case, you're not laying the tissue cover, you know, flat, like horizontally. It is vertically. It is done the same way as the horizontal way, though. It is the same foundation pattern. Even the bottom part of it uses the same idea of the foundation pattern, just slightly different, obviously different stitch count. But yes, Louise says, could you use filet crochet to do the title? You could. You could. I would put the entire thing as a filet crochet though, and then put it on top. Yes, I don't. That's actually a great idea. Try it out. Try it out. Whatever you like. Filet crochet is a great idea, Louise. Try it. I would do it for the entire thing though, personally. Otherwise, I mean, maybe just for the name. Maybe if it fits, you may have to use a lot of little yarn, like thin yarn, to make it work. But anyways, this lamp comes with a light, of course. This is a wireless rechargeable light that I purchased off of Amazon. So be aware of that. That's not crochet, in case it wasn't obvious. Obviously, it doesn't come with the ebook. You have to purchase that separately, right? I'm just teaching you how to do it yourself, right? Patterns are about how to do it yourself. You're not getting the materials with it. Gotta get your materials yourself. But I personally think this is a fantastic idea. I have never seen a crochet lamp before. So if you really think you want to go a little bit outside thinking, right? This lamp is great. I think this fits perfect into any home. It makes it really kind of like hides the tissues in disguise. Definitely is kind of hidden in there. Love it. I added some extra lines to it to make it kind of more, you know, mix it in with the bottom, right? The brown bottom kind of molding into the lamp. I think it really looks cool. Let's see. Barbara says, you totally disappeared. The lamp is my favorite. I'm going back. Hello. Let's see. Nana says, make the book divided into 3 with 3 lines for a series. Totally. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea too, for sure. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is the pool table. Obviously, you can tell the balls and the stick and the little triangle are not crocheted, but you could crochet them if you wanted to. I had a pool table, like a miniature pool table at home, so this fit perfectly, right? So if you want to use that, I think that's a great idea. You can actually, you know, move the balls and stuff. The holes are not big enough to fit the balls into, and even if they were big enough, you have a tissue box underneath, so it's not going to fall down, if that makes sense. That's not the idea of a pool table tissue box cover. It is more kind of resembling the pool table, not per se that you can actually play with it, because the balls can also fit into that little gap right there where the tissues come out. Does that make sense? Okay. But it is great for anyone who loves games, who has a man cave, who loves pool tables, and all kinds of things. I mean, this is perfect. I think a lot of boys would love this. I just think it's a great idea. Who wants to just look at these tissue boxes, right? I don't like looking at ugly tissue boxes, personally. I'm sorry to use the word ugly, but personally, in my opinion, they all look the same at this point, and they just don't look pretty in a home. I know some of them have flowers on them and stuff, but they cannot get old very quickly. And personally, having a lot of different tissue box covers around where you can switch it up depending on your season, your mood, whatever, is perfect in my opinion, right? So let's go to the next one. The next one is the gingerbread house, another fan favorite. And again, you can decorate this however you like, right? I'm giving you the plain base pattern, which is very easy, okay? You work from the bottom up. This does not use the foundation pattern here. This is worked from the bottom up, and then you have the triangles, which is the front and the back side that you're working up, okay? So you need to make sure that it is straight. So the ideal thing you want to do is have your tissue box, okay? So I wrote the pattern according to, for you to be able to manipulate according to your own tissue box. So let me say it differently. Every country has different dimensions of a tissue box. You need to adjust it according to your own tissue box, okay? So here, you may need to add less or more stitches on the bottom. Once you work your way up, your stitch count might be different from mine. Then you need to put it onto your tissue box and then see where the triangles need to be. The triangle part itself, the pattern is the same for all. You just have to figure out where your corners are, and then you work your way up, right? And then of course you have the rooftop on the top, which uses the crocodile stitch, and you get a pattern, a video tutorial with that as well. And the little chimney on the top is, I think, perfect. It uses this, I don't want to even call it variegated yarn. It's a twisted yarn. It uses a yarn, it's a cotton yarn actually. It's called We Crochet Dishy yarn, and it has white and red strands. Red, did I say that right? Yes. You know, twisted up. The yarn is twisted in red and white. So this also, I mean, this literally looks like a chimney. Oh, you can actually see it down there here on the, I used the yarn also to frame the windows, so you can see it there as well. Let's see. Someone just got the ebooks. Rachel! Woohoo! I'm so happy for you. Yay! Let's see. Someone has a question. Lizzie has a question. Is there a video for the succulent? Yes. Actually, for the plant part itself, there's a video. Yes. The tissue box itself, you already have video tutorials because it's the foundation pattern. The only thing that's different is that one back loop and front loop situation. And that's just a few stitches. That part is not included as a video, but everything else is included. Yes, you get a video tutorial with it, girl. No worries. I've got you covered. All good. All right, let's go to the next one. So, by the way, decorating this, I would love to see your version. Seriously, this is my version. I used a lot of stickers I got from Michael's because I think it's a great idea. I had some leftover crochet pieces, so I added those as well. You can add however, anything you wish, really. You decorate it however you like. I used this fluffy yarn. I glued that on. I'm going to be honest with you. I glued that part on. Sewing that on makes it, you can see the sewing lines. I would not recommend sewing that on. I really recommend gluing it on. This is not something you wear. It's okay to use glue, okay? So I literally used fluffy yarn, which was Go for Faux. Yeah, that's what it's called. from Line Brand, and I literally just went around it and framed the bottom, and I went around the rooftop, and I also made a door. So that's what I did with that yarn, okay? And I glued it on. Now let's go to the next one, the part that plays music for you. Now I did add a little recorder on the inside, so something you would add to a birthday card or something. But now after the fact, I actually think it's better to add a speaker, a wireless speaker that connects to your phone, because that little recorder that I put in there really just, you know, goes up to 4 minutes, and it might not be the best quality. I actually think it's better to connect a speaker in there. You know, you can buy these little teeny tiny speakers. I have seen some speakers you could put on, like, I don't know, on like your fridge or something. You've probably seen some of those, right? Tiny speakers that are wirelessly linked to your phone. Then just put them in there. There's enough room to put the little speaker inside, and then connect it to your phone, and then play piano music, okay? And that way your tissue box cover plays music, right? There's literally a gap up there, so it's a lid, so it's a storage opportunity for you to put something in there, and then the tissues are coming right there where the note sheets, the music sheets are. That's where they come out. I had some charms at home. You don't have to add the charms. I literally just had those laying around in one of my bead containers that I had. There were some notes in there, so I just glued those on. You know, you don't have to. You can just, you know, use something else. You don't have to add anything if you wish. And of course, it's a piano part. Yay! And it uses mosaic crochet. The entire thing is done in cotton yarn, by the way. You could have used other yarn too, but it's done in cotton yarn. It's very easy to do. This pattern is very, very easy. Don't think this is hard at all. Okay, very easy. All right, there's a question here. Rebecca says, do you have 2 rectangular tissue box cover books or just one? I have 1 rectangular ebook and 1 square. I'll show you the difference in a second. Then I'm going to go through a couple more of the tissue boxes, and then I'll show you the difference between the two. I have 2 ebooks that have tissue boxes. One is all square and one is all rectangular. Right now, this is the rectangular one that I'm showing you, and then I have a square one separately. So in total, I have 40 patterns, if that makes sense, 20 in each. Okay, so I'm going to show you that a little bit more in detail in a second, Rebecca. It's going to make it a little bit more sense. Okay, so we have a few more to go. We have, of course, have a bee that has a stinger on the back, and the tissues are the wings. You could add wings yourself if you wanted to, but hey, the tissues are right there. They're white. It literally resembles wings. So one of my sons loves this one. You can add a mouth if you wanted to, but my bee doesn't have a mouth. Okay, my bee is silent, buzzing around and having fun. Then we have the sofa, which we did yesterday. Very easy pattern. Again, uses the same foundation pattern, top down, and then I showed you how to do the cushions, okay, and the pillows. It was very easy, very easy. All single crochet stitches, stuff it, and then sew it up, put it on, you're good to go. Then we also have a cake. I'm a strawberry chocolate gal. I love even the combination of it is even the best. Okay, strawberries on the top. Yes, you get a video for the strawberries. And then we have the actual tissue box, again, is top down and just has a round of bobbles at the top and on the bottom that are done in the front loop. So, which means there's 2 rounds where you go into the back loop only. Actually, on the bottom, you don't even have to do that. It's just 1 round of back loop only. And then you have that 1 front loop left over, and that's where you're going to crochet your bobbles onto. And then you just put your strawberries on top, which you get a video with it, and then you're done. This is a really easy pattern. Again, super cool. Love it. Perfect for anyone who celebrates, whatever you celebrate, birthday or not, doesn't matter. Is there really a reason to have cake, strawberry chocolate cake? There's no reason for that. And this one doesn't add any calories to your hips, okay? It does add fiber to your diet, than your yarn diet, but yes, I absolutely love this one. And of course, the tissues here are supposed to resemble the whipped cream on them in the center. Right? You know what I mean. All right, here are some of my favorites. A train. My dad is a former train engineer, just retired. And then my uncle has like a very fancy model set. So they both love this one. Love this one. Got inspired by Polar Express though. As you can kind of see there in the front, the way I made the little round part of it, right? The lights and stuff that really resembles Polar Express. Absolutely love this. I'm going to add a few wagons in the future, you know, for coal, for, you know, the caboose, for passengers, etc. There's many different wagons you can add on the back to make it a little bit more fancy. Maybe a restaurant version. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Have you ever been in a train? If you go to a fancy train, right, or even in Germany, there's usually in the fancier trains you have a restaurant in there. So you should have also one with a restaurant in there. Anyways, there's some possibilities of adding something in the future. That would be kind of cool. All right, then we of course have the bus, the school bus, which I absolutely love. There's a lot of opportunities down the road, you know, where I could be adding you know, volume 2 could have a fire truck, could have a plane. There's a lot of different ideas that you guys came up with. A truck, a regular truck would be cool, right? This one is the only tissue box cover that goes from the top, that has two tissue boxes laid on top of each other. The train is also not done the foundation way. This one is partially done the foundation way. The top is done for the foundation and then work their way down. You may have to adjust on this pattern. I'm going to let you know on that, okay? So if you are crocheting this, I really highly recommend you laying it on top of your tissue box as you are crocheting round by round to make sure everything lines up, because not everyone's tension is the same and not everyone has the same tissue boxes. So if you are doing this, please adjust it according to your tissue box. You may have to add more or less stitches per window or something like that, but this is a really, really fun pattern after all. So once you're done, you know, you're going to love this one. So there was a, let's see, there was a question. Was there a question? Oh, Cheryl says blue for the Thomas train. Yes, that's a great idea. Blair wrote the Polar Express. I know there's a Polar Express train. I think about an hour and a half from here. If I had little kids, I would totally go and do the trip and do it. That would be so fun. Hopefully down the road I will. And that way we can actually take advantage of that. That would be really, really cool. Anyway, so those are all 20. So let me show them in action for you. Ta-da! So you can see all the tissues pulled out. Don't get dizzy. Focus on one at a time. And you can see how I'm pulling the tissues out. Okay, you're going to see all the features right here. If you focus on the pool table, you can see how I, you know, play there. With a lamp, you can see the different lights. If you get the exact same light as I did, then you're going to see it there has 3 different settings of the light. I think it's like a warm, a white, and a blue light, I guess. I think you want to call them that way. Is that like yellow light, white light, and blue light? I think that's what they're called. But anyways, and then you can see all the other ones from all kinds of different angles, including the bee with the stinger right there, right? I love these tissue boxes so much. So to answer whoever had this question regarding the tissue box, I think it was Beverly. So we have 20 rectangular tissue box covers right here. Okay, they're only available in the ebook. So there's 18 patterns exclusive to the ebook, just that you know. Okay, so this one right here has only rectangular tissue boxes. Now, if you are going through the checkout process, it will give you the opportunity to also get the square ones. So these are my square tissue box covers. Down the road, if you guys want more of them, you have to make these 2 ebooks a success, and I will add more tissue box covers in the future. So both of these are volume 1, square version volume 1, rectangular version volume 1. So down the road, we might see volume 2 for each, right? So who knows? But anyway, so here are the square ones. Obviously, they're not all the same, right? You can see that the rectangular gingerbread house was inspired by the square one. You can kind of see it's not the same, but it's similar. Then we have some of the other ones that got some inspiration, like the gift. Do you see the gift one I was talking about earlier, how I shifted the bows a little bit so it kind of is more like a circle all the way around? I kind of wanted that for the rectangular one too, but it didn't quite look right, so I assembled it more of a square for the gift one, for the rectangular one. But anyways, you see some other really cool ones in here. You see obviously there are some more Halloween ones excuse me, not Halloween, holiday ones. Halloween is in there too, yes. We have a pumpkin, we have a spider. We also have a few more animals like a elephant, an owl, a bunny, right? You can see those two. There's a panda bear. Then also we have some Chrissy ones in there, right? We have a Christmas tree, the gingerbread, of course. We have a Santa hat. And a Santa bag, and then we have a Santa belt, and then a snowman, and then there's also, of course, a calendar in there. There's a pencil in there. There's a crafter's tissue box cover, so meaning a lot of pockets. Great for you, even with a pin cushion on the top. Yes, it's just perfect because I personally think you can turn this tissue box cover into a trash bin once you're done with your tissues, and then you can put all your yarn snippets inside. Right? That's kind of cool, right? And then the piggy is actually a piggy bank, to be clear. It doesn't have tissues coming out. It has a slot to put your money in there. So be aware of that. Okay, so let's see. Rachel says, I did notice a few of the square patterns in the vault. Yes, some of the square patterns are in the vault, in the TCC vault, the Crochet Club vault. Yes, but in terms of the rectangular ones, you only see the gift one in there so far. Oh, and the crayon. So let me go to that. So this is the extra ebook you could purchase during checkout. Let me go back to the brand new one because the other one is a little older. This one is our brand new one. And out of all these 20, there's only 2 of them currently in the TCC vault, or even on Ravelry or Etsy, which is the crayon and the gift one, which actually currently, as of this moment of this video, is not even on Ravelry and Etsy. It is in the Crochet Club though, the gift one right here. So you guys let me know, which ones do you guys like the best? I absolutely love all of these. So Cheryl says, leave the empty box for the piggy banks to collect the coins. Exactly. That's how I designed the piggy bank. Actually, that's exactly how I designed it. I did not design the piggy bank as a tissue box usable one. I designed it as a piggy bank, actually. So it is literally designed for your coins. That's how I designed it. Cheryl says she made the elephant. Yay! The elephant went viral a few years ago. When I published the elephant the very first time, it went viral. I think there was one page that shared it, and it got like over 400,000 views on Facebook. It was crazy. Everyone loved the elephant. So definitely. All right, so let me show you a quick summary of everything before we go into prices, because it's time for some quizzes. Okay, so the crochet tissue box covers with the rectangular ones, the brand new ebook, brand new, just published on Saturday, is ad-free, printer-friendly with 20 written patterns, large font size, okay? You can print out your ebook. So let me show you. So you can print it out, okay? You don't have to. I added a video tutorial into the download section with my printer information, all the things that you need in order to do this yourself. Any printer will work, really. I'll just let you know which one I use because I have yet to change my ink out, which is kind of cool. I haven't had this printer for a year. I think half of the ink still in there, and I print all my ebooks out and all kinds of other things I print out, stickers, all kinds of things. It's really high quality and it's very affordable, and the ink lasts a long time. I'm surprised how long it lasts. Anyways, all that information is included. Then it has more than 10 video tutorials. By Wednesday we have 14, and it has 60 pages. The table of content is clickable, material list, main menu, and videos are all clickable. Let me show you how that looks like. Okay, so right here is that picture that shows you what I'm talking about. So you can literally tap on the main menu, button is down here, and the table of content, which is the main menu, it allows you to tab the pattern, the written words, not the pictures, the written words, and then you jump right to the pattern. And you also, within the pattern, anything that's blue is clickable. Material list, links, videos, all clickable, so you can watch the video or know exactly what materials I use to make it happen. So let's see. Sunita says, which square ones are in the vault? I actually don't know. All you got to do is go to the vault, Sunita, and type in tissue box, and you will find exactly which ones. Because I really don't know on top of my head all of them. I could probably pick out a few of them that were in there. I'm pretty sure the dog is in there. I'm pretty sure the kitty cat is in there. The crafters one is in there. I think the Santa belt one is in there. I don't remember anything on top of my head beyond that. So you would have to just look it up. I have a lot of patterns. You guys, if I think I've ever count them all up, I think I'm close to 1,000 patterns in total. So I don't know all of them on top of my head. Let's see. Lizzie says she just got it. Woohoo! I'm so happy for you, Lizzie. All right. There was someone who had a question. Heather says, I freaking love this lady. Which one? Me? Was there a question? Hold on. Nana had a question. Where's Nana at? Hang on. Nana says, could you do the elephant trunk like the cat tail and make it movable? Yes, you could. Just be aware if you are doing that, the tissues are the ones coming out of the trunk, right? I designed the trunk according to my preference of having the tissues coming out. You know, the water spout out of the elephant's trunk. So that's the tissues. If you are adding that, make sure it's not normal wire, but it's a pipe cleaner and it's somehow hidden, and especially the ends, because the tissues can literally get stuck on the ends of the pipe cleaner and rip it. So if you don't want your tissues to get ripped as you pull them out, then yes. But technically the trunk is literally designed in a bended format, so that way it's already bent, if that makes sense. But yes, I guess you could add it to it. So let's see. Rebecca says the square ones are not in the vault, right? Some are in the vault, in the TCC vault. Some, not all, but some of them are. Hopefully that answers that one, Rebecca. I don't know which ones. I mentioned a couple of them. I don't remember all of them. Just type in tissue box. There's a search feature in the TCC vault. Just type that in and you will find them all. Okay. So let's see. I think I answered all you guys' questions at this point. I think it's time for some prices. Should we do prices now? Where's my button for the prices? Ta-da! Prices! Okay, so let's go through this spinny wheel first. I have a knot on my tongue today. Where's my spinny wheel at? There we go. Okay, so you have a few things that you can win. We have a free yarn box. See, there are a few of them in there. Free yarn box, free ebook. The yarn box, by the way, I'll show you that in a second. This time I'm going to show it to you. Ta-da! I have it in front of me so I won't forget. Okay, so the yarn box, by the way, is only for those in the US. Okay, if you land on it and you're not in the US, you get an ebook instead. You also have a chance to win an ebook, or $10, $15, or $20 off any ebook that's currently not on sale. I have 34 different ebooks. Yes, I'm a 34 ebook author. Yay, self-published. No company involved besides my own. Anyways, then we have $10, $20, and $30 Ravelry coupon code, and we have 5 and 10 PDF patterns of your choice. So those are the ones you can win. Oh my gosh, I just noticed something. Okay, guys, look at the center of the spinny wheel. My froggy's eyes are poking through. This was not on purpose. I just noticed, it's like, where are the eyes coming from? I just got scared. It's my froggy's eyes. Do you guys see it? Look at my finger. There. This is hilarious. The eyes are looking down. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so let me show you what's inside the box. Oh, I have to make it darker, otherwise you can't see. Here we go. Let me show you what's inside. Okay, so you have a choice, not a choice, it's a mystery. You're either going to get one of these pouches or the drawstring bag. What is going on with my drawstring bag? There we go. It's either drawstring bag or a pouch if you are getting one of these boxes. Typically, these are only for a few times a year. I send these out for new annual The Crochet Club members that join a specific time of the year and that live in the US. Those are usually the ones that get these boxes. Otherwise, the rest of them doesn't get these, okay? So it comes with a little paper about Hirschner, so this is currently still valid. Then, of course, some business cards. It comes with a hook. We have some stickers in here. Where's the other one? Some mystery stickers and one sticker that says, I'm a member of the Crochet Club. You get this even if you're not, okay? Then we have a pair of scissors. We have more things regarding I'm a member of the Crochet Club, which is a pin. And then this one is one or the other. You don't know which one you're getting. This is a magnet. And then this is a keychain. Has it on a little heart on the back and a member of the Crochet Club in the front. And then we have a tapestry needle, some stitch markers, and of course a keychain that is also a measuring tape. So those are the things that are either in the pouch or they're inside the drawstring bag. Okay, so let me put that back in. So that's one. And then we of course have some mystery yarn. Currently we have Hirschner's yarn. We have some leftover yarn, so I'm gonna send those ones out in case you're winning one of the boxes. You guys all like the little eyes poking through? Oh my gosh, that was funny. All right, so let me put this away. I probably should have done a better job on the drawstring bag, but that's okay. I can fix that later. Okay, so let me remind you, this is the prizes that you can win. Do you guys see my little froggy's eyes right there? All right. So let's go through the questions. So we reached 79 people today. So I want to remind you that I'm going to go live on next 2 days one more time. We have Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's a little later because at 12 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to go live in the membership, the Crochet Club. If you're not a member yet, you should join us. We're going to make another stress ball. These guys behind me are all stress balls, and right now everyone wants stress balls. And we're going to make a chicken tomorrow. This is going to be fun. It's squeezing out of the bottom. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Maybe the butt and maybe the back. I'm still debating if I'm going to do from the bottom or the back. We'll see. Anyways, it's definitely going to be a chicken. So I'm debating. I might have to do both. We'll see. And then we have on Wednesday, we have another one. But so in the next 2 days, you're going to get 2 more tissue box cover tutorials. So you don't know yet which ones. So one tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific time. If you are in the US, please know how to calculate back and forth between the time zones. Otherwise, Google is your friend. And then we have on Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time again. So 2 more days of tutorials and 2 more days for prizes. So in case you don't win today, it's okay. Come back. We have more prizes to give away. And remember, each day, if we get more than 100 viewers, we're going to do 3 prizes. Otherwise, 2 prizes. So be aware of that. My nose is tickly. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go to the questions. If you won within the last month or so, please do not answer, okay? Blair, I will check that later. No worries. Okay. If you email me, I will check that later. Can't do that right now, but I will check it later. So anyway, so if you won within the last month or so, please don't answer. Everyone else will answer 1 time per question. Okay. So here we go. Question number 1. What did we crochet at the beginning of this video? So that one should be easy. Same question as yesterday. Different answer. Different answer. Let's see if you remember. In the meantime, I'm going to take another little sip here. I should have water here, but that's okay. I'll get hyped up a little bit more with coffee. Okay, so hopefully you didn't hear that slurp. I didn't mean to slurp. I'm so sorry. I know some people don't like food and drink slurps. I don't usually. So I'm so sorry for doing that. Rachel says, I'm stoked about the chicken. Yay! Terry also loves the chicken. Yay! We need to figure out, is it going to go from the bottom or the back? I don't know. All right, so let's see. What did we crochet at the beginning of the video? Come on, you guys know it. Let's see. Doobie doobie doop, doobie doobie doop. It looks like most of you guys have the correct answer. Yay, yay, yay. I am so excited. Okay, I'm going to remove the question now and let's find our winner. Going to be a random winner, but I'll make sure the answer is correct. Okay, so here we go. Mouse is in the right position. All right, I'm going to scroll up and down. I do not know how far to go, so I'm going to scroll a little further. And then I'm going to go back down and I'm going to stop. How about right here? We have Amanda Jane. Yes, it was a cat tissue box cover. A kitty cat. All right, Amanda, let's see what you want. The spinning wheel decide for me, and the little eyes are poking through. So let's see what it's gonna be. It looks like a $20 off an ebook. Woohoo! I do have some ebooks that are just $20, so technically you could get one for free if you pick one of those. So just so you know, but this will be for an ebook that's currently not on sale. So any ebook that's currently on sale, you get a coupon code. Yay, Amanda! I'm so happy for you. And no worries, we're going to I'm going to show you my email address later. Okay, so no worries about that. So let me remove that, and we have one more question to go. here we go. And remember, we have more coming the next few days. Okay, so come back if you don't win today. It's fine. So get to question number 2. Question number 2 is, when does the coupon code to save an extra $15 expire? Everyone should know this one. When does it expire? Rebecca says, do the back like it's laying an egg. I was thinking that too. We should do it from the back. Rebecca, she's talking about the chicken and the stress balls. Where's the part where it's coming out? I think the back is better. I totally agree. I just need to figure out how I'm going to make it in a way where it's in the back, because it's easier from the bottom, but I think I want to do the back too. I'm going to make it a little harder on myself and do it from the back because we have to do the top a little bit differently. I have a couple of ideas how I'm going to do it. I kind of designed it in my head just now. All right, let's see. It looks like most of you guys have the correct answer. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see. Can we give a gift box away today? We'll see what the spinny wheel decides. Okay, I'm going to remove the question and let's find our winner. Here we go. Are you guys ready? I'm going to cover my eyes and let's scroll up and down. Here we go. Let's see who won. I'm going to stop right here. We have Connie Hans. Is that a German last name? I mean, technically a German first name, but as a last name, congratulations, Connie! Yes, the answer is August 27th, 2025. I mean, even if you left the 2025 away, that's fine. So let's see what the spinning wheel says for Connie. Here we go. Spinning wheel decides it is... It's right on a free book! Woohoo! Congratulations! You can pick one of 34 ebooks. Connie, I think that's a great gift for you. Some of the ebooks are worth like up to $50. So just so you know, that's a fantastic gift for yourself. You can browse around on my website and figure out which one you want, and then you email me. Now, how are you going to email me? Is this email address. It's either Nicole or support, either way, at nickishomemade.com. There's an S on the back, and then Nicky's, Nickis, and then .com, of course. Please email me. If you're a winner, put in the subject line, winner of the prize, and the date. I need the date too. If you take a screenshot of it, even better. Take a screenshot that you won, okay? That way I don't have to look it up. It goes faster. You will help me. You will make it easier on me if you take a screenshot of you winning. That would be a deal. That way I just see it right there. I'm like, yeah, that's you. We're good to go, okay? That would be perfect. So let's see. Karen says, if we ever win a free ebook, could we save it for future ebooks? Yes, I make it available until usually the end of the year. So that gives you enough time, like a few months. But be aware that I may have to go in manually to add new ebooks to it. It doesn't automatically do that. So if you ever use it in the future and I gave you the date when it's, expires, then you may have to email me and say, hey, I want to use it for this ebook. Is that already in there? So you might have to email me about it. If you ever do that, yes, you can. Again, I just need to know about it so I can make sure that it's actually valid like that. All right. I hope that answers that question. Email me if you have any questions about this brand new ebook, or if you're a winner, of course. So let me remove this because I want to remind you real quick. We're going live again in the next few days. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific time. On Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time. Maybe we'll give a gift box away then. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Spinning Wheel's the one that decides that for me. I don't have to decide that. Yay me. I don't have to feel guilty about it. Okay, so let me remind you really quickly why this ebook is so amazing, in my opinion, and maybe also for you, because according to your comments, you guys all love this. You think it's very creative, right? It is ad-free, printer-friendly, 20 patterns, more than 10 videos. By the end of Wednesday, we have 14. Then we have 60 pages, table of content with the main menu button. Material list and videos are clickable. Remember, it is printable, but you can also use it ad-free. You can use it as a PDF. That's what it is. It's a PDF you can do on any device pretty much. You can download it, and I recommend re-downloading on Wednesday when all the links are in there. But you can download already, and that way you have the written instructions, okay? So let me show you all the little tissue box covers in action again, reminding you this is 20 rec rectangular tissue box covers, rectangular ones. You can get the square ones at the same time, so that gets you then in total 40, right? With the coupon and code and all, it's almost like a 2-in-1. So just that you know, I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow for another live tutorial for another fun tissue box, and then of course prices. Invite your crochet besties. If we get more than 100 viewers, we'll do 3 prizes, so it's up to you. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, bye bye.